Ozymandias, written by P.B. Shelley. Introduction. This poem tells us that powerful kings and their statues do not live forever. Earthly things are not permanent things. Now, stanza wise. I met a traveler from an antique land who said, "Two vast and trunkless legs of stone stand in the desert." Now, explanation. In these lines, the poet says that he had met a traveler from Egypt. He told him that two large legs made of stone stood in the desert. These were the legs of a statue. Now, the second stanza. Near them on the sand, half sunk, a shattered visage lies, whose frown and wrinkled lip and sneer of cold command tells that its sculpture well those passions read, which yet survive, stamped on these lifeless things, the hand that mocked them and the heart that fed. Explanation. Here, the traveler tells the poet about the statue of a king Ozymandias. He saw two legs of a big statue in the desert. The trunk supported by the legs was not there. Near the legs lay a broken face half buried in the sand. The angry look of the king, his curling lip, and his rude expression were clearly sketched in the broken face of the statue. It showed that the artist who made the statue was very evil. He could clearly read the passions of the king. He had engraved on the face of the statue all the feelings of the king. This record of the feelings of the king still remains even though hundreds of years have passed since the king died and since the artist who gave expression to the feelings in the stone also died. In other words, both the king and the artist are dead, but the feelings of the king expressed in the stone, showing the skill of the artist, survive. The poet means to say that art has longer life than the artist himself. Now, next stanza. And on the pedestal, these words appear. My name is Ozymandias, King of Kings. Look on my works, ye mighty, and despair. Nothing beside remains. Round the decay of the colossal brick, boundless and bare, the lone and the level sand stretch far away. Now, the explanation. In these lines, the traveler tells the poet that the pedestal on which the statue stood bore some words. They showed that Ozymandias regarded himself as the king of kings. He thought no one could match him in pomp and power. But this was an empty boast. Time has reaped the harvest of the glory and pride. All his pomp is a thing of the past. Nothing remains except the bare sands which stretch far away. Nothing stands before time and tide.